chihuahua here that is kind of afraid of everything and barks. What I'm going to do, I don't care about fear. What I want her to learn is not to bark at other dogs. And that's where a water gun comes handy. What you do is you don't do physical anything. What you do is without the dog noticing, you can just shoot at the dog. Actually, this even works when the dog tries to mark on at the house. If the dog goes to pee in a wall, you from the distance say no, and little squirt in the face from a water pistol. Let's see if I can get anybody to bark around here. See. Oh, I guess the problem is fixed. Just a few minutes ago she was barking at everybody. That's why I brought Annie, because Annie is a dog that is very friendly, and I thought Annie could trigger her to bark. Annie, come. Right now I'm just making them sniff each other. Oh, no. My working dog, I can't actually shoot at him with a water pistol. I don't want him to bark. I don't want him to be afraid of guns. What I just did, both chihuahuas barked. Let me see if I can get it. It's hard to make him come over. The only one allowed to bark in this house is that skinny guy. Let's see if they try to bark. If you have dogs that are barking at other dogs, every time they bark, they get a little negative. Eventually, they're going to work hard to not be punished. This is punishment. You can actually even use this in a dog that jumps on you at home. For example, Annie, come here. Annie, come here. When she jumps, I'm going to shoot at her face. Annie. Oh! It's unpleasant to have this in your face. So what you're doing is basically conditioning the dog to understand that it's a very bad thing to actually jump on you or whatever. If you want to, if this dog barks at the other, I'll go ahead and shoot him with the water gun. And it's just one little squirt like this. see a dog coming to pee, little squirt. If you see a dog barking, little squirt. Fence fighting, little squirt. Don't go emotional like, stop fighting and stuff like that. Just little squirt from the distance. Actually, if you can avoid the dog from seeing this, do a little squirt like this. That's perfect. They don't have to actually see the gun. Actually, whenever I use this on my working dog, my Malinois over there, I usually try him not to see this, because if he ever sees a real gun, I don't want him to be afraid of it. But I do want him to feel like there's a punishment every time he barks, if I don't want him to bark. And we're still working on that. Anyways, as you can see, you know, the little barking. These two little dogs bark at other dogs, people. Oh, I guess they stop barking now. The follow-up for these two little chihuahuas would be at home, the owners would have to get a water gun, and every time they go barking, they would just punish them. Again, it's a matter of consequence. The dog is, the dog is going to either get a reward or a consequence, a punishment. Punishment, basically, here would be something very unpleasant to their face. And again, most often I just even miss. It's just a little squirt. Well, I guess this is it for the water gun. Again, you can use this if a dog is marking, if a dog is barking, or thinking about lunging at another dog, or just doing anything unpleasant. You don't even have to move. All you have to do is and squirt. Simple. Alright, that's it for now. See you later.